All right, this one is about my man D Loaded from Cali. Caught his case in Oklahoma. Man, I'm gonna bring you some characters, man. If y'all know D Loaded that caught his case in Oklahoma from California, hit me up. But until then, enjoy the ride that I'm gonna take you, with D Loaded, man. All right? All right, unique Mecca audio, man. I'm gonna tell you about my man D Loaded. You know what I mean? I like telling these stories. I feel like a little old man talking to my grandkids or something. You know what I mean? I was outside working on the house, put some lights up, you know what I mean? So I know what's going on out there. But my man D Loaded, they sent me from Lompoc, California, 2003 to, Coleman, Florida. Right? They just opened up Coleman one at a time. Brand new joint. They figured they had it up long enough that an old gangster like me could come and ride up in there. Because they don't let me open up no new joints because they say being that I got, caught up in the ride, they say I started the ride, I was educated in the ride, and, I allegedly turned the fan into a, one pop shotgun with pool balls busting at the police, So I can't open up a new joint. But this was open up long enough, and they sent me from Lompoc to Coleman, right? I get to Coleman. When I get to Coleman, it's like real crazy on Coleman. Now, I'm used to having my own cell. I'm used to being in old jails where they recognize old gangsters. So when I get there, they give me my own cell in any jail, but I get to Coleman, and it's a brand new jail. I'm used to jails like behind me, you know what I mean, where they got single cells. So you understand, what the single cells look like. Here goes single cell in there, man. That's a single cell. That's what I'm used to, But instead, they take me out of that joint there and they put me in a cell with a bunk on top of that bunk. You know what I mean? And I'm used to having a single cell, so I'm on the bottom. So now they sent me the two-man cell. There's already a dude on the bottom. I got a bottom bunk pass because I got the bullets in me. I roll up in the cell, but of course I can't go push the issue, about the pass by letting them know that, man, I got a bottom bunk pass. So they put me in the cell with dude, but come to find out, you know what I mean? He had a bottom bunk pass too, but his pass had expired. But he told me, I ain't got a problem with you coming in here, big bro, but this is my cell and I want the bottom bunk, but you're welcome to go up top. Whatever you need, I'm gonna take care of it for you so you ain't gotta worry about the up and down. I understand about your bullets. You're the elder, I got you. So that's how he broke it down, right? But I'm used to the bottom bunk, like I said. So I get in the top bunk, and I like to read my little Jackie Collins, right? So at the end of the night, I roll over and, I'm up in the bed, and I said, let me pull up my Jackie Collins. So I get the Jackie Collins, and I'm reaching over for it, and he said, what you need, big homie? And I said, nah, I'm getting ready to get the book right there. And he said, all right, this one? And I'm like, nah, not that one, the Jackie Collins. He's like, oh, okay, here you go. And he handed it to me. Now I'm up there, I'm in the bunk, so all he sees is my feet swing over the bed. I'm going to give you a good visual. My feet swing over the bed, so now they dangling, and I'm trying to use one leg to reach over to put on a desk to lower myself down because I feel like getting some chips out my locker. So as I throw my legs over and they dangling and I'm reaching, he goes, yo, what's up, homie? I said, nah, ain't nothing. I'm getting ready to go get some. He said, nah, what you need? I said, nah, I'm going to get some chips out my locker. He said, man, I got you, OG, I got you. He reached over, he get the chips out the locker, and he handed them to me. This man was so nice to me. I was on the top bunk and felt like I was the king on the bottom bunk. That's how much he respected me and my gangster and, his cell. Because he allowed me to come in his cell. Yeah, you rat bastards gonna say government cell, but ain't nothing to government. You put a nigga in it, and it's the niggas, and that's it, all right? Because that's how we do it, the Mecca. Now, so he's so cordial to me, right? I respect this dude so much. But this is the first time I had a cellie that I didn't fight with. You know what I mean? Every other cellie I had a fight with, disagreements, getting ready to go to something, and we wound up having to get moved. But I could never live with another man. I just don't know why, but I could never live with another man. But every celly I had, this is what's going on. But with this kid here, he made it so comfortable. He got up in the morning, he cleaned the cells. You know what I mean? And what I like about him, he's a gangster. He get up in the morning, he clean the cell, because they wake him up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock, he gets the garbage. He go over to the kitchen, he pushing the big garbage pan. They call breakfast at 6 o'clock. By the time they call breakfast at 6, he pushing the cart. So whatever they catching the dudes trying to steal come out the kitchen at breakfast time in the morning, because they had a bakery in Coleman. So it might be a pound cake. It might be a raisin, apple, banana bread with icing cake. They making cakes like that. You know what I mean? Because they giving them, good little morning morsels. You know what I mean? So they making these joints, and he getting them, and he coming back, and he wore this trench coat, and he'll come in the cell. He got like 4 cakes on this side, 4 cakes on that side, and each cake go for $10 a piece. You know what I mean? He come back, he bumped them off, boom. You know what I mean? He gets his little $80, he good, he shoots back to the kitchen, he comes back with 5 more cakes, and some donuts and dumplings and gumplings and wumplings and all kinds of things. Excuse me. So now he riding his joint, and he come back, and he's sitting down, and we had cigarettes then, so he's smoking a cigarette. I'm smoking old dusty Black and Mild, and we just sitting there chilling. And I'm like, yo, where you be getting them cakes from? And that's when he told me that he worked there in the morning, and when he go up there and they bust the stuff from the inmates taking them out, they just doing their job. But then when they done, they don't want to do their job of dumping the cakes, taking the garbage to the back dock to dump it, so they tell the homie, go on and dump that for me. So, of course, when he do that, he rustle through it, and he get the cakes that was thrown up in the old garbage can. We know they came out the garbage can, but they wrapped up in saran wrap and all that, and this is how we got to live in the penitentiary. So if you youngins want to live like this, eating cakes out the garbage, wrapped up in cellophane, feel free to do what you doing, because they got to sell for you, too. Okay, so now Cash App on the screen. Make sure it says it was created in 2020. Hit the logo, and there's no number 1 in my last name. Now, so dude comes up, and he explains that to me. So I'm like, man, you got a good gig. At the time when I went to Coleman, it had just opened up. Now, they had actual plates. They had plates. You know what I mean? And bowls. You know what I mean? And cups with sauces, and they had knife, forks, and spoons in this joint. I haven't seen a knife, fork, or spoon in over a decade. As a matter of fact, it just made a decade. I got locked up in 93. This is 2003. It's been 10 years. I go there, and they actually giving them real silverware. Real steak knives, man. You know the damage you do with one of those in the penitentiary. But that's how this is over there in the Coleman. It was just sweet. Then they had all kinds of juice machines up in there. So you go in there, you get some High C, Pepsi, 7-Up, you know what I mean? Lipton lemonade and, iced tea, whatever you want, they got in it. Then they had the ice cream machine where you pull the joint. That sounds real good, right? You youngins want to go there, get some free ice cream and free sodas. Well, they got them in the penitentiary, you know what I mean? Well, this was back in 2003. So that's how sweet it was. But it wasn't no other jail like that. So let's get that straight. They just did that because it was a brand new jail. They want to pacify the brothers, keep them good, keep them calm. So while they doing it, teaching the police how to search down and do all the crap that they know will get them stabbed, they make sure they feed us and they treat us like kings. So that's what's going on up in the joint. But everything is good now, right? So now, it's beautiful. So now everything chilling, and this dude comes to the compound, and he's from Cali, a tall red dude. You know what I mean? Long plaits, look like something of a menace to society with the plaits, right? So this how he comes in, big old red dude. So he comes in a joint, and when he come in, there's all kind of speculation that he's cypher hot. You know what I mean? That he on fire, that he's scorching. So, it's a new joint, and this is a penitentiary, so everybody trying to keep their car clean and not have no rats on the compound. So the Cali dudes that's there, a few Cali dudes is there with deloaded and all that. And they talking about dude's supposed to be hot. So, the Bloods are saying, yo, what I mean? He a Crip. Y'all got to handle that because y'all looking bad. If we got to handle it, then you know what time it is. And we ain't going out like that. We from the West Coast. We out here. We doing our thing in the South. You know what I mean? That down up north. This how they talking, amongst themselves. But nobody made a move to move out on this dude as yet, Nobody made a move. But everybody's talking. And, I'm in the cell, with D-Loaded, and D-Loaded is like, one of the shot callers for the car. So everybody coming in the car, they buying their little cakes and donuts he had early in the morning. See how nice and flow this story flow? That's why the Cash App on the screen. The game is to be sold, not told. So now we sitting there, right? So dudes coming in there and they hollering at him and they telling them how they feel, man. They got, dude, man, I'm telling you, they got the paperwork. Dude ain't right. He ain't supposed to be on the compound. He making us look bad. So we got to do something. Woo, woo, woo. The Blood said they ain't doing nothing, because it's a Crip business. And if the Crips don't do it, then they do it, then it's going to be an issue. And you already know how that is. We ain't trying to let that get around the system that, the Bloods had to happen to handle nothing for the Crips and blah, 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 whoop, 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 and wop the wop. And, this how they kicking it. So I'm like, oh, man, okay, this getting interesting. But, when they come in, I try and be respectful. So I get up, and start going out the door so he could talk to his homies because I don't want to be involved in Crip business. And, he be like, nah, everything good. You can sit here. So now they started talking in Pig Latin and English, thinking that I don't really know what they saying, but I understand enough of the English broken up into the Pig Latin to know what's going on. I know that it was getting heated and it was time to make a move on dude, right? So now, my man goes back to work, he get the cakes, he come back, and then here come this big old red nigga look like something out of Minister's Side. Look like a red Debo. You know what I mean? A big old, big like Debo, but red. He comes in the cell and he wants to buy a cake from my man. And the speculation is already out that he hot. So he come in and he say, yo, what kind of cakes you got, right? So my man said, nah, I ain't got nothing. And he said, nah, I just want to buy a cake. He said, nah, I ain't got nothing for you, homie. And he a Crip, but, he come in there and he give him a hard shoulder. He said, man, I ain't got nothing for you, homie. You know what I mean? Because, the word is already out on him, but he ain't got to say nothing else. So dude's like, all right, so, such and such said you still had blah, blah, blah. He said, yo, let me say it again. I have nothing for you in this cell. Please leave my cell. That's how he handled it because he was so official, So dude left out the cell. So now the dude, he grouping up with certain dudes that's, in the Crips that's allowing him to be with them, that listening to his stories that he ain't really hot and it's the way it is and that's the way it go. And he's shaking and baking and grooving and moving and doing what he do. You know what I mean? But that's what they doing, right? So they sitting there and they riding with him, but my man D-Loaded in his official men that's, dealing with the principles, men I could call my homies, because it ain't where you from, you know what I mean? It's the morals and principles that you govern yourself by that make you my homie, all right? So now, that's what we dealing with. So him and his homies in there, and they like, nah, son, he gotta go. So they had a baseball game outside, you know what I mean? I know y'all think y'all know where I'm going with that. I say baseball game, baseball bats, this and that. But anyway, they had a baseball game outside. So the Crips had a game. So all the Crips on one side rooting, you know what I mean? So everybody cheering for him. They playing the New York team. Fat Manny was running the team. I'm playing shortstop. I'm real good at baseball because check it out. I'm going to give you one of the plays that happened so you understand. So pay attention. Make sure you keep up because we're going to do this like a trivia. All right? So I'm sitting in shortstop. Shortstop is the base in between third base and second base. Now, the base is loaded, Dude is at bat. It's one out. And it's the bottom of the ninth, and, we up by one run. You know what I mean? So now they getting their last bat. They got bases loaded, one out. So I'm sitting there, you know what I mean? So now here comes a line drive, bop, going straight over second. So I'm in between second and third, so I run and I dive in the air. And while I'm running to get the ball, the players is running to move further in the bases. So second base going to third going to home, first coming to second. So I dive over and I catches it in midair. Glove on the left hand because I'm a righty. Catches it in midair. And as I'm catching it and I'm falling, I'm dragging my right foot on the ground over second base. So I got the out from the line drive. I got the out from dragging my foot because dude was already leaving the base, so he left too early. 2 outs. And then to make it look even better, we already had 1 out. I threw the ball from my knees to home plate while dude was running, going towards home plate in New York at the plate, doing what they gotta do. And as soon as the ball hit the mitt, dude hit New York, boom! New York hit him back, like hitting two center blocks hitting each other. And they both just fell to the ground. It was dust everywhere, and everybody's looking for the ball, And New York dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. But mind you, we already had 1 out with the 2 out that I called from the line drive, sweep my foot over the plate. That right there, we won the game. So that play there wasn't nothing but some drama. Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. That's how I ride, man. I just wanted to ride with you on that one. But anyway, so they got the game out there. That's what's going on. Everybody cheered and all that. So we won the game, but, the Crips was definitely, making noise. So everybody cheering, and the dude they talking about was hot was cheering. So he runs over there to us, go give everybody a hug. And, D-Loaded right there. And he all excited, turned around, got ready to give him a hug. And D-Loaded just, popped back like he was getting his swing on me. Dude jumped back and everybody got tense and said, oh, man. So now everybody backs up. You know what I mean? Let's ride. So now we go back in. They say, damn, you see how D-Loaded at? Because they don't know how D-Loaded act around dude, because D-Loaded always in the cell with me. So they don't know about him checking dude when he came to cell, tell him he ain't got nothing for me. He ain't dealing with him because he hot, so he ain't got no run-ins with him, no talk with him, no nothing. So him winning the game, D-Loaded winning the game, nigga don't celebrate with me because you supposed to be a rat. You know what I mean? That's how it is in the penitentiary. So now D-Loaded sitting there, so we go back in the cell, right? So that night, D-Loaded said, yo, I'm going to pack all my stuff up, make sure I get everything sent to me in the hole. He telling me this from the night before. He got the big green garbage bags. He ready to go to shoot. He packing all his property up in the bags. I said, yeah, all right, whatever you need, I got you. He said, all right, just hold me down, if anything happens, just pack my stuff. So he get up in the morning, he go, to work. He go to work, he go do what he got to do, get some more of the cakes, come back, But he's selling the cakes and, not even keeping nothing in there. He just got rid of them real quick, and that's how the day went, Then by lunchtime came. They had the little lunch brunch. When they call lunch brunch, everybody go to the thing. So I'm out in the yard. I like to play my little blackjack. So I'm getting ready to play some blackjack, and they had the skin table over there to the right. They had the poker table too, but I didn't really feel like playing poker. I don't really like poker. But I went over there to the blackjack table, and I'm playing blackjack, and I'm, I got 2 aces, so of course I split them, So as soon as I split them, I heard bop. I looked up, I said, what? It was a lock in the sock. My jelly D-Loaded, Went and hooked off on the dude, boop, and the dude had a lock in the sock because he figured somebody was going to try and make a move on him because he was hot. And he took out the lock in the sock and he swung it real wild and missed and hit the wall, and he just like, boom, so I jumped back. I said, oh, man, son, everybody back up against, because we in a little pavilion that's like caged in. So everybody go get their back against the joint, they backing their knives out, making sure nobody come at them. So, see what's going on, making sure everything is good. This house in the penitentiary. So you youngins want to go there, they got a cell for you. Believe me, they got a cell for you. You come back, tell some really good, unique, like audio stories, right? So now we sitting there, and everybody got their back against the wall. You know what I mean? And all I heard was, and I'm telling you, this dude was big like Debo with red, with big plaits. Man, little D-Loaded was up under him, hitting him all up in the chest cavity and the heart. Boom, 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 boom. I said, oh, man. And I'm looking and I'm feeling every blow. Boom. I said, ooh, D. Boom. I said, you loaded. So, I'm talking shit. I'm hollering across the joint, so everybody else don't look at me. They start hollering, too. So everybody cheering it on because there was no police out there. So they having a fair when dude got the lock, and he's swinging the lock all wild trying to hit Loaded. He can't even hit the lock. So one of the other Crips, when he swing this so wild, lobbing bull crap with the lock. One of the Crips ran out there and he grabbed the lock, and pulled the sock to get the sock away from him. And this dumb, I don't know what is wrong with him. But this dude, he pulls the lock and he's supposed to let go of the lock because dude got a better grip on you. You fighting, you can't focus on your strength over here and fight with D-Load over here giving you these heart and chest cavity shots. You know what I mean? So now here you go, So he pulls it and he runs into dude, and Loaded, grabbed him by the legs because he was off balance, picked him up in the air and slammed him on his neck, and I heard everything go. I said, oh, he dead. Damn, Loaded ain't gonna need that property, but I gotta be 100 and send it to him. You know what I mean? Because you never know you're gonna run into somebody again and you want them to do the same thing for you. A lot of cruddy crap, rat bastards. They would let, they man go to the hole and steal all their property. So when they go to the hole, they ain't got nothing. I tell you about how they do that in a whole nother video. But I just wanted to really give you this one to let you know. O.D. Loaded handled the business. He bust dude up, broke him up something real nice. You know what I mean? Because when he was done with him, they walked him on the walkway. His face was every which way. It was swollen. They were looking crazy. So Loaded was sitting there, man, and, he goes to the shoe, and then when he comes back out the shoe, I got the bottom bunk. He comes in. Now, I got the bunk, so it's really supposed to be my cell. You know what I mean? So now he comes in. I'm on the bottom bunk. So he gets his stuff. He puts it on the top bunk. He's spreading the bed. You know what I mean? I said, nah, homie, you went out like a man. Go on and get your bed back. You know what I mean? I was holding it down for you. I didn't take it when you went to the hole. I held it down until you got from the hole. So it was yours before you went to the hole. So now that you came back, everything is like it is. You know what I mean? I'm back on the top. Plus, I like the room service. You know what I mean? I said that as a little joke, but I really wanted the bottom bunk, but I had to give it to him because I was holding it down. He went out like a man. But, these are the little things that we treasure in the prison. You know what I mean? Could you believe that? But look, I'm about to tap out. I'm going to start doing my shows over at Unique Mecca Audio TV. Please go over there and subscribe. I'm going to start doing some relationship and some hood conversations and talk about politics and things like that because I don't want to cross them too much with my street prison stories and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do my little relationship joints at Unique Mecca Audio. Look forward over there. I'm going to start doing lives over there too where people call in, talk about their crappy relationship because they all screwed up in the head and I'm just going to give it to you raw. You know what I mean? So if you one of those, but I love a dog ass niggas, I'm going to let you know that too. So don't come over there with your feelings all in your panties. You know what I mean? I want my men to put their boxes on, come, you ask good advice, and I give it to you raw. I might even tell you, let her go. She ain't nothing but a tramp, nigga. You know what I mean? She done had more turns in the door. Nah, let that one go. I know you love a dog, but let that one go. But that's what that's going to be about over there. So, let me tap out. Cop the book of Raw and Holler, man, and know that, Unique Mecca Audio in the house. Like, subscribe, all that crap. You know what it is. And the Cash App's on the screen. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26,
yeah.
He back on the strip, getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
What he mentions a gift.
Right.
You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit.
Yeah.
Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn.
Real.
Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he tryna stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.